All right, so we're diving into AI video generation today.
Right.
And, you sent over this article about a new tool
Oh, yeah.
called Quin,
Oh,
and it's
Yeah.
got some pretty wild claims, like free, unlimited use.
wow.
And it's supposed to be even better than like the big names that you got to pay for.
Yeah, that's a bold statement for sure. I mean, if that's true, this could really change how we make videos. Like, just imagine anybody with like an internet connection could just make these high quality videos.
Right. Totally democratized video creation, like the article says.
Yeah, exactly.
But we can't just like take their word for it.
No, of course not.
So the author like really put Quin through its paces, compared it to some like heavy hitters.
Okay.
Pixverse calling Hilo Minimax.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They threw a whole bunch of like challenging prompts at these AIs
Okay.
just to see what they could handle.
It's a smart approach, right?
Yeah.
You really got to see these tools in action.
Yeah.
See what they can do, what they can't do before you can like really grasp the potential.
Totally.
Yeah.
And guess what? Quin seems to be like coming out on top.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The article highlights how it aced some like seriously tricky tasks,
Like what?
like perfectly slicing a tomato,
Oh, wow.
which even some like commercial models have struggled with.
Really? So it's like more than just making a visually appealing video. It's like the AI has to understand like
Yeah.
the physics of it, like how the tomato's flesh yields to the knife. It's pretty sophisticated.
That's really interesting. I hadn't thought about it like that.
Yeah.
So it's not just about like making it look pretty. It's about the AI like showing that it gets it.
Exactly. It's demonstrating a deeper understanding of the
Yeah.
world. And that sophistication is apparent in how Quin tackled the other prompts too. Remember those like cute Pomeranian puppy chefs? Or that scene where a cat sees a lion in the mirror? I mean, those tested not just realism, but like the AI's ability to compose a scene and like interpret creative concepts.
It's like suddenly AI isn't just like following instructions.
Yeah,
It's like understanding the nuances of our creative ideas.
totally.
The line between reality and what AI can create is like definitely blurring.
Absolutely. And it's happening faster than a lot of us thought it would.
Right.
But, before we get too carried away praising Quin,
Yeah.
we should acknowledge that other models had their own areas of expertise too.
Right. You're right. It's not like a winner-take-all situation.
Right.
The article pointed out that Pixverse, for example, was like amazing at detail, at high resolution,
Oh, yeah.
especially for anime styles.
Yeah, and that's no small feat anime with its like, unique visual language.
Yeah.
Those bold lines, the exaggerated features.
Yeah.
It's a very specific set of challenges for
Yeah.
AI to replicate.
Yeah.
So Pixverse excelling in that area means it's got strengths that even Quin might not.
Interesting. So it sounds like we're moving beyond this idea of like one perfect AI for everything.
I think so.
We're getting like a diverse toolkit.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
specialized toolkit.
Yeah.
Different AIs that are like specialized for specific creative goals.
Yeah. That's pretty exciting.
It is. It's really empowering for creators
Uh-huh.
because they can choose the best tool for their project.
Oh, that's a fantastic analogy.
Yeah.
It's like having like a whole team of AI specialists at your disposal.
Exactly.
I could already picture how this could change the game for like filmmaking, animation,
Yeah,
all sorts of creative fields.
totally. It's a real paradigm shift.
Yeah.
And we're just starting to explore all the possibilities. But while these advancements are undeniably impressive,
Yeah.
it's important to remember that no AI is perfect.
Oh, absolutely. It wasn't all like sunshine and roses.
Right.
They mentioned that generating human anatomy,
Yeah.
especially in dynamic poses like breakdancing,
Oh, yeah.
was a consistent challenge for most of the AIs, including Quin.
Yeah. It's a reminder of just how complex the human body is,
Uh-huh.
replicating its movements, especially the fluidity and energy of a breakdancer.
Yeah.
It's a massive hurdle for AI. It shows that despite all the progress, there's still frontiers to conquer.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
So even though we're seeing these like mind-blowing advances,
Yeah.
we still need to be aware of the limitations.
I think that's really important. It's about having a balanced perspective, celebrating the incredible things these AIs can do,
Yeah.
while acknowledging that there's still room for growth and areas where human creativity remains unmatched.
That's a perfect note to wrap up this part of our deep dive. But stay tuned, because in the next segment, we'll be exploring those other AI models in more depth and delving into those limitations that you just mentioned.
It's fascinating to think about how these AIs are actually learning and evolving. Like the fact that they can struggle with something like breakdancing.
Yeah.
It kind of shows that we're still uncovering the secrets of human movement.
Right.
And that's reflected in the AI's limitations.
That's a great point. So it's like AI is helping us understand ourselves better, even in its like imperfections.
Yeah, in a way.
But you mentioned some other models with their own strengths.
Yeah.
I'm curious to hear more about those.
Absolutely. The article highlighted Quin, for example, as having exceptional subject consistency.
Okay, for those of us who aren't like video generation experts, what exactly does that mean?
Well, imagine like a chaotic scene, right?
Okay.
Like a busy street market,
Yeah.
lots of people moving around.
Uh-huh.
Subject consistency means the AI can keep track of each individual person
Okay.
and make sure they look the same throughout the whole scene,
Okay.
even when they're like partially obscured or moving quickly.
So it's like the AI has developed a sense of object permanence,
Exactly.
like a human baby,
Yeah,
learning that things still exist even when they're out of sight.
precisely.
Yeah.
And this is crucial for creating realistic and believable videos.
Right.
You don't want characters like morphing or disappearing randomly.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Yeah, Quin seems to have mastered this aspect, which is a significant achievement.
So if I wanted to create a video with a lot of action and movement, planning might be the way to go.
It could be a great choice for that type of project. Yeah. And then there's Hilo Minimax, which seems to excel at generating specific real-life individuals.
Okay.
The article mentioned it was particularly good at creating a video of Will Smith.
Oh, wow. So you could potentially use Hilo Minimax to like create a scene with a specific celebrity,
Yeah,
even if they never actually filmed that scene in real life.
that's the idea, though. Of course, that raises a whole bunch of ethical questions.
Right.
But from a purely technical standpoint, it's an impressive capability.
It really is. And it makes you wonder what other AI tools might be out there, each with its own unique strengths.
Yeah,
This article only covered a handful,
yeah.
but it feels like we're just scratching the surface of this whole AI video generation landscape.
We are, absolutely. And it's evolving rapidly.
Yeah.
The article even touched upon some models that are incorporating like image-to-video capabilities.
Now that sounds interesting. Tell me more about that.
Essentially, you could take a still image, perhaps a photorealistic portrait generated by another AI,
Okay.
and use it as the starting point for your video, and then the AI would animate that image, bring it to life.
So you could take a picture of, say, Abraham Lincoln
Yeah.
and create a video of him giving a speech.
That's the idea.
That's incredible.
It's like having a time machine
Yeah.
for visual content. And it's a testament to the ingenuity of the developers who are really pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI.
You know, when we started this deep dive, I was like blown away by Quin and its capabilities.
Yeah.
But now hearing about all these other models and their unique strengths, it's like the possibilities are truly endless.
They are.
Yeah.
And it's not just limited to visual storytelling either.
Right.
Remember, Quin also boasted chatbot functionality.
Right.
And even code generation capability.
It wasn't just a one-trick pony.
No.
The article mentioned it could like pull information from the web to answer questions, almost like a super-powered search engine.
Yeah.
And even write like simple code snippets.
Exactly. We're seeing this trend toward multifunctional AI tools, platforms that can handle a variety of tasks.
Yeah.
From generating videos to writing code to answering your questions in natural language.
It's like having a whole digital toolbox at your fingertips.
At your fingertips.
But I'm guessing these additional features probably aren't as advanced as what you'd find in like dedicated AI tools for those specific purposes.
That's likely the case. Yeah, specialization still reigns supreme.
Right.
If you need to write complex code, you're probably better off using a purpose-built AI coding assistant.
Right.
But the fact that Quin can even dabble in these areas alongside its impressive video generation capabilities just speaks to its versatility and potential.
It's like a Swiss Army knife
Yeah,
for the digital age.
I like that.
You might not use every tool on it all the time, but it's amazing to have them all in one compact package.
I agree. And it highlights the shift we're seeing in how we interact with technology. These AI tools are becoming more accessible, more intuitive, and more integrated into our daily lives.
It's exciting, but it's also a bit daunting, right?
It is.
We're talking about a future where anyone could potentially create photorealistic videos, write code, have conversations with AI, It's a lot to wrap your head around.
It is, absolutely. And it raises some profound questions about the role of AI in society.
Yeah.
How will we adapt to these advancements?
Right.
How will we ensure that these powerful tools are used responsibly?
Mm-hmm.
How will we distinguish between what's real and what's been created by AI?
These are like big questions.
They are.
And honestly, I don't have the answers.
Yeah.
But I think the first step is awareness.
Yeah.
We need to educate ourselves about the capabilities of AI to understand how it can be used both for good and for bad.
I agree.
And we need to develop those like critical thinking skills
Yes.
to help us discern real content from fabricated content.
Absolutely.
You're absolutely right. It's like we need to level up our own BS detectors, so to speak. We can't just blindly trust everything we see online anymore.
We need to be more discerning, more skeptical.
Yeah.
And we need to have open and honest conversations about the ethical implications of AI.
Yeah.
How do we balance the benefits of innovation with the potential risks?
Uh-huh.
How do we ensure responsible use and prevent harm?
Those big questions.
They are.
And I don't think anyone has all the answers right now.
No.
But I do believe that by talking about these issues,
Yeah.
by being aware of the potential pitfalls, we can work together to shape the future of AI in a positive way.
I agree. The future of AI is not predetermined.
Yeah.
It's a future that we're creating collectively with every choice we make.
Right.
And by engaging in these conversations, by thinking critically about the technology and its implications, we can help steer it in the right direction.
I'm feeling a mix of awe and anxiety, to be honest.
Yeah.
But mostly I'm just incredibly curious to see what happens next.
Curiosity is the key. It's what drives us to explore, to innovate, to push the boundaries of what's possible. And this deep dive into AI video generation has only scratched the surface of what's to come.
You know, one thing that keeps coming back to me is that even these advanced AIs are still struggling with certain aspects of human anatomy, particularly in dynamic situations like breakdancing.
It's a fascinating observation. It highlights the incredible complexity of the human body and the challenges in replicating it digitally.
Right.
Even with all our technological prowess, there are some things that remain elusive.
It's like breakdancing is the Rubik's Cube of AI challenges.
Yeah.
So intricate, so nuanced. It makes you wonder if by studying the areas where AI falls short, we might actually gain new insights into ourselves.
That's a brilliant insight. The shortcomings of AI can serve as valuable feedback loops,
Oh, wow.
prompting us to question our assumptions and deepen our understanding of the world. It's a humbling reminder that we, too, are constantly evolving and learning.
Okay, you blow my mind again. I'm starting to see AI in a whole new light. It's not just about generating cool videos or automating tasks. It's a tool for self-reflection, for exploration, for pushing the boundaries of human understanding.
Precisely. AI is a mirror reflecting our own ingenuity and our own limitations. And the journey of understanding AI is in many ways a journey of understanding ourselves.
That's such a profound way to put it. It's like AI is holding up this mirror, showing us both our brilliance and our blind spots.
Exactly.
Yeah, it really is. And it is kind of humbling to think about, you know? Like, we tend to think of AI as this separate thing, but it really is a reflection of us, of our own creativity and our own limitations.
Right. It reminds us that while technology can be this powerful force for change, ultimately it's up to us to guide its development and make sure it's being used for good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, you know, that brings us back to something that really stood out to me in the article. The fact that Quin is free and unlimited.
Oh, yeah. That's a huge factor. I mean, if this level of AI power is truly accessible to anyone, it has massive implications.
Right. It's like opening Pandora's box in a way.
Yeah.
There's this incredible potential for good, but also the possibility of things going wrong.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. On the one hand, imagine the possibilities for education, for entertainment, for small businesses.
Yeah?
You know, students could create their own documentaries. Artists could produce professional-looking videos without needing expensive equipment.
Right.
It could level the playing field in so many ways.
It's amazing to think about, right? Like, suddenly anyone with an internet connection could have access to tools that were once only available to, like, big studios and corporations.
Exactly. It could be a real game changer. But of course, there's also the potential for misuse.
Yeah.
The article touched on this, mentioning deepfakes and the spread of misinformation.
Yeah, that's the part that worries me. If it's so easy to create realistic videos, how do we know what's real anymore? How do we protect ourselves from being manipulated?
Those are crucial questions, and honestly, there are no easy answers. But I think the first step is awareness.
Okay.
We need to educate ourselves about the capabilities of AI, understand how it can be used both for good and for bad.
Yeah.
And we need to develop those critical thinking skills to help us discern real content from fabricated content.
You're absolutely right. We need to level up our own BS detectors, so to speak.
Exactly.
We can't just blindly trust everything we see online anymore.
We need to be more discerning, more skeptical.
Yeah.
And we need to have open and honest conversations about the ethical implications of AI.
Yeah.
How do we balance the benefits of innovation with the potential risks? How do we ensure responsible use and prevent harm?
Those are big questions.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone has all the answers right now.
I agree.
But I do believe that by talking about these issues,
Yeah.
by being aware of the potential pitfalls, we can work together to shape the future of AI in a positive way.
I agree. The future of AI is not predetermined. It's a future that we're creating collectively with every choice we make. And by engaging in these conversations, by thinking critically about the technology and its implications, we can help steer it in the right direction.
Well said. For our listeners, we encourage you to continue exploring this topic, to stay curious, to stay informed, and maybe even try experimenting with Quin or some of the other AI tools we've discussed. See what you can create and see what it reveals about the possibilities and the responsibilities of this incredible new era.
It's been a pleasure diving into this topic with you today, and I have no doubt that we'll be revisiting it many times in the years to come.
Absolutely. This is just the beginning of the conversation. And for everyone listening, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI video generation. Until next time, stay curious.